Afternoon. I'm in the park. I'm in the park. I'm walking in the park. This is where Mike was living with his family. This is where Mike was living with his family. You see, those are houses. Those are estate houses. I can show you. Those are estate houses. Over there, it will be just standalone houses, and then there's a community and a lane, and then people, they have their own internal parks where their kids go. So this park right now is just me and my kids inside. Everyone is in the house because it's hot in the UK right now. So this is a St. Pete and some play areas. You see, there's a play area here. There's a play area, and then the play area consists of a slide. You see, I can show you from the back. I'm sure you can see that slide. The kids can go in and slide. This is just a play area at the local community. You see, these are houses in the UK. That is how they look like. So you can just come and sit here, or I'm just walking in the St. Pete here. There is the sand there. You can see the sand. I don't know how to show you actually. How do I show you? Yeah, this is the St. Pete here. So it's nice and beautiful over here. It's sunny. And then the houses, people are just in the houses. You can see there's another house there. I can show you from the back. Maybe if I go, you see there's just a millionaire living inside the woods at the back there. You see, I don't know if you can see. Yes, so that will be the entrance to go into the house. Their cars are parked there. So it's all nice and beautiful, guys. The guy was having a very good life in general. You see, an IT specialist. The woman was an investment. She was a board of directors. These people are people who are earning 100,000. She was earning 100,000 as it is reported, pounds a year. It's a lot of money, guys. These are millions. 100,000 would be how much in it would be how much about him. But I really feel very sad for the wife, children. For him, it's just painful. You don't know what to say at the end of the day. Like, why? Why? You don't know. It's just why. Because, I mean, they are cruel people, but there are many cruel people who would never do that. So you'd wonder, like, what is this? But there, I've posted to say that Zimbabwe does not have an extradition treaty with South Africa, and I see that some people didn't understand my post with the UK. And I was saying he was better off in the UK. I was not saying that he must be exonerated. I was just saying it was going to be a very long and lengthy process to get him back to the UK because of the absence of an extradition treaty. But going into a country where you're a visitor and then getting out from that country is easy, because now that country, especially, they have an extradition treaty, which means that they have an agreement that if any one of the countries, either South Africa or UK, they have a fugitive of justice running away from justice, they can return that person. So when you are visiting a country, then you don't have the protection of that country as a citizen. So the country will not fight for you, or like South Africa cannot fight for him and say, no, we can't return him back because he will not face a failed trial or whatever it is. No, they can't do that simply because he's not a citizen there. So going to South Africa was truly a misjudgment on his part, but he didn't have to have good judgment at the end of the day. He needed to get caught, which is what happened, and we are very happy. So now let's go to permits. I know that people are interested. They want to know about permits. What permits are there? How they can get the permits? So there are so many different kinds of visas in South Africa. There is general work visa. There is critical skills visa. There is spouse visa. There is permanent residence, which is a permanent stay. and there are other visas whose category is usually specific to a person. So when you talk about general work visa, like I've said before, a general work visa is not a visa for general handmen or for anyone or for a general public. It's a visa that is specific with requirements that include an NKF level 7 qualification, that includes, and an NKF level qualification could be a high national diploma or could be a bachelor's degree. So that is not the only qualification, that is the only thing that is needed. What is needed in terms of requirements would be the salary threshold that is above 655,000 going forward. Saka ipapo pa salary threshold munobvumidzwa chaizvo kuwirirana nevarungu venyu kuti vawedzere salary threshold kuti muwane kuapply mavisa. Handiti izvo hazviudzwi munhu pamalive kudai, zvinoudzwa munhu muconsultation pamutinenge takuda kuedza kuona kuti how can we make it easier for you to be able to comply with the general work visa requirements. So generally there is a salary threshold that will give you points. Saka calculating the 100 points is not hard, because you get guidance from a lawyer like myself, who's an immigration lawyer, to assist you to actually think of the points that we have in terms of work experience. We've got the table, we can be able to assist you. But without an NKF level qualification, which is a degree or a national diploma, we don't have a starting point. So you should not be thinking of a general work visa when you don't have the fundamental education necessary. We can talk about the skills and the amount of points it gives you. We can talk about the salary, but we can't talk about education, because there's really nothing we can do about it. You need to get the education for you to have a starting point. Then the critical skills list is a list that is very good, because it's got skills that are not at degree level. Some are at certificate level, not even diploma level. And these certificates, they allow you to have a critical skills in South Africa. So for you to know if you can apply for a critical skills, you need to be on the critical skills list. You need to have sight of the critical skills list, which means you just go online, Google critical skills list South Africa, download it. It should be the one for October 2022. Then check if your skill it's reflected in the critical skills list. There are people whose skills are not reflected in the critical skills list, and these include lawyers, so many other skills. But however, there are positions in the critical skills list that allow for one to be able to get a critical skill, such as program manager, program policy manager, and all those things. IOMA, those categories, they allow you to the flexibility that you might not have a degree that is on the critical skills list, but you then be given a position that fits the critical skills list, and then you are able to register with the professional body and all those things. All those things become important now for you to be able to get a critical skills visa. The rest of the other requirements, we'll then discuss them in the consultation. So consultation and guidance up to submission would include drafting, it will include reviewing your documents, it would include guiding you and putting you in a position where you save money, you save time, you save stress, and you succeed once and for all. So guys, this is very important. You need to be able to figure out that you need to succeed. It's for spouses of other permanent residents. So this spouse visa allows you to be able to work if you apply it under Section 11. Then if you apply it under Section 18, you don't work. So you need, the catch-22 is to ensure that you apply it under the right category, guys. This is very important, because I've heard people saying that, no, you can't work with a spouse visa. No, you can. You just need to choose the right section for you to apply for this spouse visa. If you apply for a spouse visa under Section 11 and you don't put a job offer, and rather you put the idea that your wife earns 8.5, you are going to have it rejected because you applied under the wrong section. So this is exactly the situation. If you apply under Section 18 and you put actually a job offer, then you are going to have it rejected because you applied under the wrong section. So there are other visas as well, guys, such as the wealth visa. If you've got 12 million in your account or 12 million assets combination, you can apply for this visa through the VFS. You apply for permanent residence direct. These are things that you should be taking advantage of. If your assets are 12 million, guys, run around, come for consultation. Then those ones with business visas, business visas. Right now they have business visas, but they are not applying for visa for business visas but they have 5 million capital in both money and assets. Some are not applying because they are like, oh no, they said that the capital and assets, you should have gotten it when you were coming in the Republic. But in fact, I got rich when I got to South Africa. Don't worry about that. Everything we try, we apply for the recommendation from the DTI. We go on, we apply for everything. And then we see, because at the end of the day, it's about that boys, the South African living in the black community with black people. And they are saying you are taking our opportunity in our black economies because those are our economies we have, because we can't play in the economies of white people, because white people are, are beyond us. We don't even go there. So I'm talking about black people here who are the degrees, critical skills, they have skills. They want to work with their spouse visas. They are not in those communities. So because they are in communities where the South Africans are not coming. So they've said people must go since 1997. I don't know. I was not born by that time. Since a long, long time ago, they've been saying xenophobia is not a new phenomenon in South Africa. For the young ones who are coming into this world now and are growing up at this point, you must know that we've probably in my life I've seen 3 or 4 or 5 episodes of xenophobia, serious xenophobia, people being bent and everything. Things happen like that. South Africans have been like that, but they always chase people in black communities, like what Jacinta said, to say there are so many people who say, why don't you go to white communities? And she said, we don't compete with people in white communities, we compete with people in black communities. So at the end of the day, you aim high, aim to have a proper job offer, aim to be documented, aim to live with the people who want you to work for them, which is the white people who are actually paying you well, like we do. And then you'll never be able to hear or to see the noise. Our children don't see this noise, they don't hear this noise, because they are children of pure skilled migrants who are experts in that country and are able to stay and afford to live in places where black people don't even compete with them, and they will not be able to compete with them in those. And that is my wish for you, that you are a documented migrant, you are able to stay in communities where you don't even compete with poor black people, like what Jacinta said, that we are poor, we are in poor black communities, so we are driving you out. We can be able to come to knock to your door. Where I stay myself, I stay in an estate. There is a gate somewhere very far. You cannot even be thinking of coming to say, I want to come into the estate to I mean, the estate is not is getting people who are serious with their lives, and they will not even allow you to do that. The way they will descend on you, even you'll be wondering like what has happened to you. You'll be short. You see, and anyway, Jacinta already said our people don't go to those places because those people don't compete with us. They have their own economies. We don't want people in our economies, people who are taking our jobs in our economies, people who are staying in our houses. You know what? I don't justify anything they are saying, because at the end of the day, I don't even see how people are competing with them for the most part for jobs of working in as maids, as garden boys, as drivers of delivery guys and all that. Why? Because you are not the one who chooses who's gonna be a maid for you. They are saying that they want to create a situation of desperation to people who hire you, a situation of desperation in the economy, in the township economy, in the sense that people will start to have tuck shops, because these tuck shops are the territory of them, because it's just a complicated argument, but I don't want to get into much about it. But I'm just saying that I'm here to create millionaires. I've said on my page that the reason why I talk of African millionaires is because I want you to aspire to be an African millionaire. If you've never heard of an African millionaire, I post African millionaires on my page so that you can see, you can identify. I don't want to post Mark Zuckerberg. I don't want to post this one. I want to post the people you identify with, people with the same skin as yours, same color as yours, same background as yours, same struggles as yours, so that you can be able to see this guy who's just killed his wives. There are people that should be emulated, actually. People who are legal migrants, who are living as citizens, people who make it, who earn high. They are black people, they go and him and his wife, both very admirable people. Apparently the wife was even earning more than the 100,000, apparently 150 or 200 or whatever. So at the end of the day, these are people we should be admiring. Those are people we need to talk about. And when they are in those places, like I told you that I'm here where you are staying, you see, these are secluded communities. They have their own park. You can see, they're just few houses. They have their own park for their children here. They live in the woods behind big trees. Everything is quiet here. You see, they are behind their gates. You can see there. You don't even see the park is surrounding here. Oh, you see, you can see from the back here that their children, they come to play here. Things that you travel to go all the way to Victoria Falls to ride those swings, those things. I don't know what they call them. These kids, they just grow with these things. You see, and it's all because of skill. It's all because of skill. IT. You do all those courses that you advertise. IT, mechatronics. Those people I told you, they don't give me money, but I advertise that information for free because I know that one day one person will come as a testimony to say, that lady, she assisted me. I heard her, I saw her post, and those are the posts that changed my life. That's all I want. I don't want anything more. So, guys, I'm very happy to be speaking with you right now. I don't know where my kids have gone now. They've gone somewhere. So, guys, I think I also have to go. I don't know where they've gone. I have to look for them. You see. So, I hope you will listen to the live and finish it. They proceed and book a consultation with me. I know that there are those ones who complain, she's not replied me. Guys, if you write hi or can I have a visa, or how much is a general visa, those questions, they don't work, guys. I've told you it's very important to be very specific. I've got a general visa, NK for 7. I work and I want my money with this amount of work experience. I think I can qualify for general visa. Can I be able to book a consultation? You see, I've got critical skills. And I'm in focusing on education. I've NK for 3. Can I be able to book a consultation and guidance with you? Do a little bit of background work. And I'm not saying I shouldn't be doing the work for you, but I'm saying I shouldn't be asking myself, what does this person want? I should be able to know. You go to the supermarket and you say, I want cooking weight. You see, if you walk in the supermarket and hi, I want something, what it? It's a problem. How then do I assist you guys? You see, it becomes very problematic to answer those kind of questions.
Good news for asylum seekers or for all foreigners vari muno muSouth Africa. South Africa yati pamutemo judgment yati either munhu akauya muno muSouth Africa nenzira kwayo oro nenzira isiririyo, generally anofanira kupiwa mukana wekunge achiapply asylum, kuti uyezve anenge afanira kunge achipiwa asylum. Ndo court case yanga iriko nhasi, and it means kuti Minister of Home Affairs vadyiwa. So vanhu vanofanira kunge vachipiwa maasylum. Munhu wese ari kuapply asylum anofanira kunge achipiwa asylum. And also, even if munhu kana achinge adelaya kuapply for asylum, ari kufanira kunge achipiwa futi asylum nyangwe adelaya. Ndo mutemo ndo judgment yapaswa nhasi. And zvava kureva futi kuti havachatenderwi kudhipota vanhu without proper consideration yekuti munhu ari kupinda here pane inonzi Asylum Protection Act, kuti ari kutendedzwa kupinda here. So which means chichaita kuti vanhu vava nemaasylum, mastatements ava vachaenda kunopa vachitsvaga asylum, ndo vachaita kuti vaoneke kunzi vane here kodzero dzekupinda under Asylum Protection Act. And also judgment yapiwa yaratidza kuti South Africa haitendedzwe kudzosera munhu kunyika kwaari kufesa harm or persecution or kwaari kutandaniswa. Haitendedzwe kudzosera munhu iyeye kunyika ikoko, haitendedzwe kumudhipota. So it means kuti kana wakunopa statement rako rofanira kuratidza kuti kwandabva hakusi kudzokereka, ndatandanisiwa. Unofanira kunge uchipiwa asylum, either wanonoka kuapply or wakasika kuapply. That's the judgment, because zvanzi hazvinene kuti anonoka here kana kuti akasika kuapply. So munhu wese is entitled to get that asylum. And also zvanzi vanhu vese vari kutsvaga asylum, they must be properly be considered. They must be taken to constitutional court vasati vadhipotwa. Constitution kunonyamisa make sure kuti munhu uyu anodhipotika. Kana washaya, you have to make sure kuti you don't deserve to get the asylum, which means kuti they tried by all means kuti munhu awane asylum. So it means kuti vanhu vese vachatanga kuapply asylum starting from tomorrow. This judgment was made today, and today's date is 7 July. So it was made on the 7th of July, which means kuti vanhu vese vachawana maasylum vachanoapply. Then also even wakadelaya kuapply uri kungowana zvekuti passport yako iri madays here haina, ndadhileya kuapply asylum uri ngonowana. So ndo zvimwe zvezvinhu zviripo. Then also kune vada kuzoapply maasylum, I think kuti its very wise kuti musike guidance especially pamastatements ekuenda muchinovapa, because panonoitwa interview. Then just seek guidance kune munhu ari a bit professional or anoti zivei nezvazvo, or anyone waunofunga kuti anonha kubatsira, or iwewe kunyatsogadzira a proper statement yako yaunoenda naye kunotsvakisa asylum. Ariko mastatement akawanda anokwanisa kugadzirwa. Unoona kupiwa asylum nenyaya yekuti kutiza protection even from your family, handisi kunzwanana nefamily, even ukada kuisa politics, even ukada kuisa mafamily issues, even ukada kuisa matribal issues chaiwo chaiwo, kuti that's your case. Zvese izvozvo it will be considered. Thank you. And also asylum rinokutendera kuti ushande muno muSouth Africa, rinokutendera kuti zvekare iwewe unge uchivhura bank account nemabhengi ese zvawo, chero yawafunga, absa, any bank unovhura bank account yako. Asylum inokutendera kuita izvozvo, so unenge wapari safe in terms of that. So let's just pray, wish you all the best kuna vachaenda kunoapply maasylum.